Hey everybody, part two here. I'm going to show you about questions now. So we have create an announcement, create an assignment, create a question. There's a couple different options here when you click on this one. You can have your question right up here. What is peanut butter made? Yeah, what is peanut butter made of? And then you have some options here. Do the best you can. Usually what I end up doing, especially when it comes to like a specific question, like usually these questions, they kind of work like a blog post or like a message board or like a chat room kind of thing where they get to answer their question, and then they can look at other people's responses and respond to them. So I usually say respond to at least two other posts, be detailed, and invite further instruction. It's usually something that I do, at least if we're having like a quick discussion in this way. You can set the due date right here. Let's just make it due. It's going to be due at 2 o'clock. You can add a time optional if you want to. You can make it like at the beginning of the class it's due, and then it becomes late, and you can keep track of whether or not students are actually getting it done in that way. There's a little toggle here to students can reply to each other. You can turn that off if you don't want them to respond to each other, if you just want them to answer the question. I try to motivate their discussion and talking with each other and trying to further that discussion. So I usually leave this on so they are able to reply to other people's, and we try to tell them, don't just say good job or awesome or you did awesome, good job. I want them, go into detail and add a little bit more to it. You can also make it so they can edit their answers. So they'll be able to, with both of these on, they'll be able to have their answer, look at other people's responses, and go back and change their answer if they want to. Maybe that's something you have a motivation for them to do. If not, turn that off, whatever it may be. Again, with the topics here, let's go with presentations again, just because they're going to present something about peanut butter, apparently. Maybe. I don't know. You can also, just like any of the things, you can add a link to, or you can add a file to something from Drive, a link of some sort. Maybe your question is, watch this video on YouTube and answer this question about it. And that's what goes on in your details up here. And remember, what students you want it to go to, what classes you want it to go to. You can schedule it, save a draft, or ask it right away. And that's one way of asking a question. Let's look at a different kind of question. There is short answer or multiple choice. So you can actually give them different options, more options, or less options. And you could even use this as like a formative, like quick, like a 1 through 4. How confident are you in this? And it can it results as like a nice a poll for everybody. Students, you can make it so students can see the class summary of everything, like how many people said this, how many people said that. It'd be a nice way to just do a quick little formative or something like that. You have your question right here. What is the right amount of options, right? Kind of fits into it, right? Again, due date. You got to have a due date on there, otherwise it won't post properly. And you don't have to have a topic, but again, it's good to keep that organization going. So yeah, those are the two types of questions you can do in Google Classroom, and you can see it automatically. It posts to the students. They'll get a little notification if they have notifications turned on. And I think I might be blowing up these teachers' iPads right now. They might be getting things right now from me saying, hey, Mr. Ruth posted a question. Sorry if that happened to you. Anyways, those are questions. That's how we use them in Google Classroom. Thank you.